Welcome to another episode of the Muscle Hustle Podcast. As you can see, I'm by myself because Ken is out, but that's cool. Shout outs to my co-host. Feel better, my guy. Anyway, make sure to subscribe at the Muscle Hustle Podcast on all social media platforms. Talking Spotify, iHeartRadio, Castbox, Amazon Podcast, you name it, we're on it. Also, click, y'all. Make sure to click and subscribe. You already know. The vibes YouTube, we're going up, and I appreciate all y'all for y'all support. We got, I'm gonna call them the G's, okay? Yeah, because they gangster with it, okay? Since I got here, that's all I've been hearing is Black Book Houston. At first I thought it was a restaurant, as many times as I heard it, but then I found out just the vibes of it all, and I was just like, what y'all got going on is dope. I don't think y'all might understand, but I don't think y'all really understand like where y'all are the telephone book, the new school telephone book of Black businesses. Black Book Houston, y'all, is in the building. I'm gonna have them introduce themselves. If you don't already know the vibes about them, you're doing yourself an injustice. Get with the program. But yeah, we're gonna start with the queen here.
Hey, I'm Sheikah. I am the founder and the co-owner of Black Book Houston, Houston's largest Black business directory. We are essentially the Black Yelp. So anything you're looking for Black on, we got it. Tap in. We the plug.
Definitely the plug.
Yeah, all that. No, I'm Jeremy Kraft, COO of Black Book Houston. My wife, came up with this brilliant idea 5 years ago.
Y'all did just celebrate y'all fifth. Congratulations.
Thank you.
My background is civil engineering. I seen the vision for it. I quit my job. So
say word, for real?
Yeah.
Talk about that support.
So yeah. So salute to the queen.
Yeah, salute to you.
Yeah,
don't roll your eyes. You better take all that.
Yeah.
That is what's up. Okay, so I'm gonna just jump right into it. Well, first off, I said I was gonna repeat this. Lil Bird told me that y'all were actually high school sweethearts. Y'all was born and raised in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And so with knowing each other for that long and getting married, having beautiful babies with each other and everything, how is it that you realized that there was a need and necessity for a platform like such?
So, I've been an entrepreneur my entire life. And at the time that we got married, I was making cakes. And then they mentioned Black Restaurant Week, mentioned a restaurant that I hadn't heard about, but I've lived here my entire life. So I was like, how do you know about that? And I was like, well, if I didn't know about that restaurant, which is a Houston staple, by the way, I was like, people not about to know about no Sweetie Sweets. They're not coming to me to make no cakes because they don't know about me. And I was like, it got to be a way that we can just go to one spot and find Black-owned businesses. Like, it just has to be. In 2019, if you was to look up Black businesses, you were only going to find the Breakfast Club, Turkey Leg Hood, maybe the Address. This is it. Just those main,
no, that's true. That's fact.
5 Black-owned businesses you would have found online. But I was like, nah, we got to have a space where we can find them all because it's got to be more than just the Breakfast Club. Like, the Breakfast Club is great, but it's more Black-owned businesses out here.
Yeah.
And so I was like, if I don't know about this Black-owned business that's a staple, then people are not going to know about me. And so from there, I started doing my research and I started going to different events, looking for Black-owned businesses. And me and him was walking around with an iPad, recording people, telling people, go support this Black-owned business, go support that Black-owned business. And we created the website and got people to believe in what we believed in, right, the vision we had set for it. And after the tragic passing of George Floyd, people was on board. They was like, blackout this. It's all Black everything. We support Black this, Black that. And we blew up. And we stayed up.
Rest in peace to George Floyd. It's really unfortunate that sometimes it takes a death to be able to kind of help uplift,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, each other, you know what I mean, and every other type of thing, whether it be a business or just support alone. And it really shouldn't get to that point, but you know, God makes a way. So in the end, you know what I'm saying, who are we to
Right. Right.
But I appreciate you actually bringing that up as a fact that, like, you know, not recognizing a lot of it wasn't really until I moved here, honestly. Again, all I did know was Turkey Leg Hut, Breakfast Club. Honestly, even when I got here, first 3 months, the only reason why I knew of Gotti's was because of the fact they kept popping up on Uber Eats. You know what I mean? And then other than that, nothing else. So when I started going to level 1, you know what I mean? My best friends, they're the ones who convinced me to move here in the first place. So in the end, once I actually was a little bit more vocal at level 1, it was just like, okay, let me start actually mingling. That's when I started hearing about y'all platform. And I was just like, okay. And of course, Debo was training you. Shout out to Debo. And he was just like, matter of fact, hold on, before I even continue on, for my birthday, y'all peeped that cake that I had. Listen, when I say I was geeked up, and first of all, I would be screaming for no cakes at all. Like, I was already surprised. I was already like thrown back at just the amount of love that we received during our 1-year taping. But then when Kim brought that cake, I was surprised because I was just like, first of all, you ain't buy no damn cake for me ever. But yes, thank you so much.
No problem,
that was
girl.
like heart. I was like, oh my God, nobody touched this shit. This is like,
girl, I had to whip that up last minute, you know.
The fact that
with the come through.
Listen, do you still do cakes?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't really advertise it because Black Book is my main focus
right now.
And I do a lot of different things, but I do cakes. Like if you were to visit my page, you won't see like recent posts, but I do still do cakes.
Gotcha.
Especially for like my returning clients. So if it's new people, it just depends on if it's convenient, you know, like. Right. But if it's like people that's like my returning clients, I'll make a way to make it happen.
That's how I am with hair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So what I was getting at before I jumped out, I had to give you a shout out on that because that was crazy. I really was holding that. I was like, nobody touched this cake. I'm gonna give it a day. I need all my pictures, and then we talk about it. But yeah, like honestly, the staple that y'all have right now, like just being able to, do you understand how much like assistance y'all are giving towards like to these Black businesses?
I think personally, I understand.
Okay.
Sometimes I have to remind her, and she don't understand. We was having that conversation on the way here, and I told you, I said it's gonna come up. Watch, it's gonna come up, and it came up. But nah, I think sometimes because she's so humble, and not to say that I'm not, you know, but because she's so overly humble, a lot of times she looks at where we are and kind of forget like where we came from. So I have to be like that reminder, be like, hey, no, we're still doing good. We may not be where we want to be because it's such a huge vision of like I remember writing in a notepad, you know, before I even quit my job, of all the things that we wanted to do with Black Book Houston and just separating it in phases. Hey, this is what we're going to do in phase 1. Here's what we're going to do in phase 2. Here's what we're going to do in phase 3, all the way to phase 4. And a lot of the stuff that's on that notepad from 2019, like we're just barely scratching the surface of phase 2. Right. So when I look back on that and I look at that notepad, I'm like, no, we're making progress. We may not be in phase 4 right now. Right. But that doesn't mean that we're not moving
forward. Yeah.
So for sure.
Would you also think it's the reason why it's one thing to be in a humble state, but do you think that you sometimes don't recognize how far you've gotten because you're still an entrepreneur yourself and you're like in that mentality where it's just like you're just always on a go, like what's next?
I think it could be partially that. I also think a lot of people don't value us. And so that could be frustrating to deal with. You know, yes, we do have a name for ourselves and yeah, like it's great, you know, but people be like, oh, can you come do a video for us? Oh, can you shout us out? Oh, you got this platform. Can we utilize your platform and not pour back into what you have going on? Because we only really care about what we got going on. So it's frustrating when it's like, you see me putting the work in, you know that we have the resources, you know what we do, but you only want to take. And it just kind of gets
yeah.
frustrating because it's like, we can't pour from an empty cup. Like, we're not asking you for your left leg. We literally asked you for $50 for you to shout your business out. Like, what's $50 for you to make 500, 1,000, 3,000? I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
But the amount of brunches that's going on right now
You know what I
in
mean?
Houston,
Hey,
$50 ain't jack.
Right.
Okay,
So, you know, and it's just, it gets to be frustrating because it's like, dang, like, people don't want to pay, or people don't want to show up and support. Like, we have free workshops, and then we have, you know, people talk about like, oh, I want to get this done, I want to get that done. But then when it's time for the workshops to show up, you have 100 people sign up, and then maybe only 30, 40 show up, which is fine. But it just gets to be frustrating because it's like, bro, we working hard to put these things together, and we pulling people, getting people to come speak. Like, it's not easy trying to put these things together, and then people just,
it's
like,
really not.
It's like, what's going on?
Yeah, because we like, and I know, like, you know, you kind of talked about how Black Book was started, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny. I always listen to Sheikah when she tells the story. Everybody immediately names restaurants, right? So when you think about Black-owned businesses, you always think about restaurants.
You know,
right?
I think, honestly, also because of the fact, I'm going to speak for me. I'm not going to speak for everybody else. But ideally, the first thing that comes to mind is restaurants, yes. And that's really because of the fact that me being here, 90% of the stuff that pops up in my face is food. So,
right? Absolutely. Right? So you see restaurants, but we have so many other businesses. There's over 1,300 businesses on our platform, right?
I seen that.
In Houston.
So just in Houston alone,
in Houston.
we have over 1,300 Black-owned businesses on our platform in Houston alone, right? So we have this ecosystem. So people call us all the time looking for assistance in different avenues, whether it's financial, whether it's marketing, advertising, social media, whatever it is. They call us, they pick up the phone, whether they're looking for an event venue.
I got an email right now. Somebody need a PR
whatever
person.
it is, PR, like whatever it is, they call us, right? But also a lot of times when I'm talking to them, I'm like, okay, let's go through, you know, let's do like a financial assessment. And I'm doing this for free.
Right.
I'm like kind of like just going through, doing a quick SWOT analysis of their business, right? Doing it for free. And I'm like, all right, it's a common issue in this area. Let me put together a workshop so that we can just knock this out for a whole bunch of businesses. So as she was saying, it gets frustrating when it's like you do that, and then the same people that's like begging you for information, begging you for assistance, they don't show up. But we are grateful for the other people who do find value in it and show up.
It just makes you feel like, dang, am I really doing anything? Like, is this worth doing, continuing? Like, people make you feel like...
No, they do. They really
like,
do.
I mean, I go in the street and I be like, oh, Black Book Houston, Black Book Houston. But, I mean, on the back end, it's just like, I'm looking at the numbers and y'all not showing up like how y'all be out here faking and shaking.
Yep.
Y'all be on social media like, oh my God, Black Book, Black Book. But when it's like time, when it's time for y'all to give the money, when it's time for y'all to donate, when it's time for y'all to support, just show up. Like, I'm not talking about spending no money, just show up. Yeah, it be crickets.
Yeah.
It be crickets. And it just...
And sometimes it be the things that they actually need. Or that you literally... So it's funny because there's a common statement, a common saying. What you deem as common sense ain't common to the next person. And even though they blatantly are coming out their face and asking you for certain things, it's not registering the fact that it's a necessity. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Not just for the person who's asking, but for many others who probably ask them as well too. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be able to pass on that information. So you would think it'd behoove you to show up to these events, especially the ones that can benefit your life, you know what I'm saying, moving forward, especially when you're coming at your face and asking for this information. But no, I can understand the frustration. I really can. I can definitely relate to that as well too. Don't stop.
Yeah.
I know it's easier said than done, but you and I'm not trying to get all spiritual, but I'm going to. You are definitely doing God's work. Yeah. You don't think so, but you are. You're blessing a lot of people with your platform. I can't even stress that enough. I mean, shoot, you helped me.
I help you.
And you were so responsive too. Do you know, like, if I was to go to anybody else, I know for a fact, like,
you did reach out.
I did reach out. Yeah. I mean, even when I was doing the 1-year anniversary, I reached out. I didn't know what I was looking for, but I knew that I wanted y'all to help me in some shape or form. And I was like, okay, even if it's just a matter of just putting a flyer out, let me know what it is. If I got it, I got it. This budget is not budgeted, but it's going to work how it's going to work, and I'm going to make this work, and that's just what's going to happen because I believed in that event. And no lie, I wasn't at the front, and those who, I mean, we did a lot of pre-sales at, Level 1 as well, too, and then some of the other places that I DJ'd at and stuff like that, but I want to honestly say and again, I reached out to you late. So I want to say a good 35% of the people who actually came and paid for tickets in the front at the actual venue, they mentioned your name.
Can I tell you something?
Yes.
You spent $150. Maybe you spent $200, right? I literally took that money and bought an advertisement in Ken's gym for my mom conference. And so what people don't see is the money they spend with us.
It just flips right back.
We take it and put it right back into Black-owned businesses. It may not be theirs at the time, but, we're circulating the money.
Yep.
Every aspect of our life, before I do something, I be like, is it Black-owned? Like, that's my go-to. I'm quick to ask, they Black? I want to support Black-owned business. From my house to where we go to church to most of the clothes we buy to
where our kids go to school,
just everything.
So why are you so passionate about that?
But why not?
I mean,
I
have to ask because
I just always wanted to support my people. So that's when I could tell you it's a difference when I walk in Level 1 than when I walk in Fitness Connection. I walk in Level 1, everybody like, hey, what's up? How you doing? Good morning. We missed you. Where you been? Oh, you was sick. Oh, how the babies? Bye. You walk in Fitness Connection.
Crickets.
You scan your card. You go about your business. Even if you do know people in there, nobody's like, they don't come talk to me.
Yeah.
They go talk to they other people who look like them. But no, when I go to Level 1, I feel like I'm at an HBCU campus and I'm seeing my friends. Like that's just how I feel. And I feel like that with everything I do. We went to drop my baby off at school on the first day. They had Gracie's Corner playing.
Oh, yeah.
Wheels on the bus.
Yeah.
Do you know how good that feels to be in your own environment? It's like, it's equivalent to not having to explain to somebody why when you put your hair up in a ponytail, it stays and it don't fall. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, I don't have people like, oh my God, can I touch your hair? Like, I like to be around my people. I like to support my people because I want to see them do well.
But I asked you that, right? And it wasn't trying to be like on funny shit. I asked you that because, one, it's not asked a lot. But when it is asked, there's a lot of people who will fugazi their answer. You know what I'm saying? And put it out there as if like, yeah, they support. The way you just spoke right now, it's authentic. I can see it. I receive it. You know what I'm saying? And I could tell that there's going to be a lot of other people that receive it as much too, to know that you're passionate about it and it ain't just for clout and ain't just for money. Just the fact that you even just said that literally something that I purchased for, for service, you know what I mean? You literally took that, turned it and flipped it right back into another Black-owned business. You know what I mean? That in itself, most of the time, when people come back and they start approaching you, they'll assume like, okay, yeah, they got money, they got it in the bag. You know what I'm saying? They probably just they caking off it. They platform big. They got
pockets, Lord. Don't be counting my pockets. Don't count the followers. It ain't. We literally we started Black Book and did it for free the first year. We didn't make no money. We ain't asked for no money. It literally was just, hey, I want y'all to know that it's Black-owned business out here, and I want y'all to support them. That was it. Now, of course, we got overwhelmed. We needed to hire people. We needed to run the website. I had to build the website, manage the website. I'm like, I ain't know. Y'all gonna have to give me a couple dollars just for my time. I can't really keep my lights on.
And you got an app too.
And don't even talk about that app.
Go on that one.
That app, that app is a whole nother just beast of a money pit that we just. It's a lot, but no.
You don't even see the background. Like,
no, they don't. They just be like, oh yeah, they charging $385 for the gala, and yeah, they. I'm like, man, do you know how much it costs
to throw that? I saw the video. I wanted to go, but I had to leave. I'm still in service. But nonetheless, like quality.
Right.
Yeah.
That was $100,000 event.
Yeah.
And they over here trying to count pockets. I'm like, well, if you want to do the math then. You got 300 people. You want to multiply that by 300. If it was $100,000 event, let's just do some math. If we count in pockets, I don't count 100,000.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. So people always want to look at us and be like, oh, they got it. They got followers. They got this. They got that. Oh, they got a new this. They got a new that. Man, look, it's favor. And it ain't always what you think it is. Like, God blesses us to have those things, but it's not like we didn't get rich off of Black Book. You know what I'm saying? And the money that you pour into Black Book is going to another business. Like, we show up every day and make sure we supporting Black owned. Like, that's just what we do. Like, and we don't make excuses. We literally just be like, hey, we gonna support this business. We gonna support that business. I have on earrings from a Black owned business. Like, the jewelry, it's all, the necklace is Black owned.
What keeps y'all going though? What's that in itself is a hustle mentality right there, right? But the will to keep going, especially when there's certain things like frustration, you know what I mean? And not feeling appreciated. What's the will to keep going, to be able to continue to pour this amount of energy and elevate?
So for me, it's my wife, right? And then now we have kids. It's the kids as well. I've always been a huge supporter of like whatever it was that she's done. So like even when we was in high school, we used to sell candy together.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like so.
Kind of candy y'all used to make it from scratch.
No, girl, we used to go into Sam's, get that. They used to have them Airhead Extremes. They used to be they were like blue, green, and red.
Strips.
It was
the strips. Yeah.
No, not the pack. I saw those too, but it was these ones. They were Airhead Extremes. You got to look it up. They were rolled up, and they were in a little baggie. Like,
I ain't see those.
They were so good. I used to eat them. I was supposed to be selling,
but
yeah. I mean, I was making my money because the box with candy was $5, and it was like 50 of them in there. And I had to make my money back already. But I saw that like Skittles and Snickers and all that.
Yeah. So we used to sell candy together.
Vending machine and everything at school.
Yeah, we was turning up, man. But that's just been me just, throughout this whole journey. Like even when she was selling cakes, I was just like, hey, we doing this. Like, you know what I mean? You just tell me what you need. I was buying cake mixers and whipping up the bowls or whatever it was. Like, you need me to deliver some cupcakes for you. I was delivery boy, like all that. But just seeing her happy, like this just always like pushed me and her why. So like even in moments where we may not feel appreciated, I always do my best to make sure that she knows like, hey, look, we still doing good. We gonna make it. And I also work on the back end too, develop partnerships and just different things, talking to other business owners and just making sure that
getting them relationships.
Yeah, we get those relationships going, because like I tell people all the time, you might see me all the time and I might be the quote unquote face of Black Book, but I'm doing that for her. Like literally, it's like for her.
See, I didn't see you. I saw her a lot.
Oh, okay.
So, you saw me in the gym.
That was where I was. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a contractor, so outside of working,
So check it out. So when my wife got pregnant with our son, right?
I seen you push a stroller once.
You would see her, because I gave up working out for maybe like 3 or 4 years. I just came back 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, you did say that.
Yeah. So it was like, hey, again, let me sacrifice, myself, because she literally just sacrificed herself to have this baby. You know what I'm saying? She had just lost 60. She had just lost 40 pounds. I got her pregnant. So she was out of commission for a while. So then she had baby boy. So, again. So she wanted to get back in the gym. I was like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? So I was at home with my son and all that kind of stuff, but basically taking time, like, all right, we have a son now. Expenses are going up. I need to put more into the business to make sure that the business is sustainable, but also continuing to grow. So I took my son is 3 now. I took the last 4 years, 3.5, 4 years off from like working out. I probably worked out in 4 years. I probably worked out maybe like 20 or 30 times in the last 4 years. Yeah. So people was over there, you look like you getting skinny. It's the craziest shit ever. When I don't work out, I get skinny. I lose weight. So I'd be like, damn, man, it's just like I gotta get it back. Yeah. But no, that's my why. That's my why. So
how does that make you feel to hear that? Because there's a lot of co-preneurs, I'll say that. You know what I'm saying? Those spouses that say they support or probably don't even really support. You know what I mean? Or they just, I'm gonna just let him do his thing. You know what I'm saying? That's him or that's her business. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we good. Every now and then I just cut a check and that's that. You know what I mean? But to sit in here, one, it's refreshing. You know what I'm saying? To know that this still exists amongst us. You know what I'm saying? Because they're so always quick to be like, yeah, it's always going to be a single family home, or they don't support each other and stuff like that, or it's usually a separation, but never a union. And it's never so much as continuing to pour into each other. It's refreshing to see. How does that make you feel? Knowing that you have that type of support regardless, no matter what.
I'm definitely super grateful. I definitely be thanking God for placing Jeremy in my life since high school. Cause he's really a sweet person and it's my best friend. So I don't know what I would do.
Sorry.
Oh my God, not the color purple. I don't know what I would do without Jeremy, actually. Like, he be wanting to do stuff, and I be like, you can't do that because that's dangerous. And I be scared something gonna happen. He be like, oh, I want a motorcycle. I'm like, we need you too much for you to get a motorcycle. You cannot get a motorcycle. But no, it makes me, I hear people all the time talk about how they don't have help.
Yeah.
And I'm not even talking about just entrepreneurship. I'm talking about
just people, period.
I'm talking about with the kids, with all this stuff. I be like, whoosh, my husband helped me.
Yeah.
They be like, oh yeah, I'm a single married mother. I be like, I got help.
And it's on both ends too.
Yeah.
No, listen.
A single
married mother or single married father. Yeah, they exist.
They exist. So basically what happens is a default parent, and there's a parent, they go
Takes
to work.
Everything.
They go to work. And they feel like that's equivalent to, taking care of the family. But it's like, well, the mom is at home working with the children. And when you come home from work, she's still on the clock working with the children. So, yeah, you went and made money, but you didn't help with your family. So, I don't know. I be like, hey, baby, I need a 2-hour nap. He'll take them. They go to the park. They do what they got to do. I be like, hey, baby, I'm about to go get my nails done. Or whatever. And he's like, he plays with the kids, do whatever. Last night I was like, hey, baby, I'm going to bed. Good luck. I don't know what happened. I know at 9:30 I was asleep because sometimes I just be tapped out. Like I'm tired.
Yeah.
But, we actually, like sometimes we'll be talking. He be like, you kind of got an attitude. We on the same team. And I have to come back to reality and realize, you know what? We are on the same team.
Yeah.
So I'm thankful that I have a teammate that want to help me and see me and that's not jealous of me. He does not care if I'm making more money than him or whatever situation it is, because at one point I was making more money than him as an entrepreneur. And so we just able to, because we're not jealous of one another, we like to see each other win. Like he just had a big win recently. I was like, oh, you know what? I'm happy for you. Like that's dope. That's dope that happened for you. Yeah. Like, even though things may not be happening for me the way I want them to, I just want you to know that I think it's dope that did happen for you. And the fact that we can communicate and be open and honest with each other, I think that truly helps, because when I feel some type of way, I'm not finna sit up here and just be mad. I'm about to be like, no, yeah, you did this and it made me feel like this. So. But
in retrospect, whether you have a win or whether you have a win, you know what I'm saying?
Still our win.
Yeah.
This is true.
Yeah.
It's still a win for both of us, but like for instance,
but I get what you're saying.
Things happen, but like no, things happen all the time. Like for instance, he got asked to speak, and they like, oh yeah, we're gonna give you $2,000. Like it's a win for both of us, but it's like, oh dang, they asked you to speak. They ain't asked me to speak, and sometimes they'll ask him to speak for Black Book, and I be like, this ain't this. How they gonna ask you to speak on behalf of me? You know what I'm saying? But
y'all can book me for any speaking engagement.
Yeah. First of all, I don't even like to speak.
Anyway. She ain't gonna want to do it.
I don't like to speak, but I'm just
That's
saying
good to know, because I was gonna ask y'all come November if I was gonna be on the panel, but okay.
No, put us on there. We'll be there.
Yeah, but
and I want her to speak more too. So if you have a speaking engagement, for women, you want a woman entrepreneur, just your go-to person.
But yeah, like sometimes things happen. Things happen for him. Things will happen for him, and I be like, dang, like I want me something, whatever. Or like for instance, his mama called me like, "Hey, Pooh, I bought you such and such." I'm like, "Dang, mama, can you buy me something?" But
Your mama be taking care of you.
I get it, but I'm just saying. So sometimes it is a win for both of us, but at the same time, like it's his win. It's still his win. Like we're one, but we are still separate at the same time. Like we're separate people. So of course, I want things for myself sometimes, and sometimes I'm sure he wants some things for himself, and he want to be appreciated for those things that he gets. So, and vice versa.
And pushing the narrative of Black Book Houston and where you started and where it is now. Again, 5 years in. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Workshops, right? And these are diversified workshops as that too. It's not even so much as just like strictly just one genre, which is awesome because I'm trying to network with y'all on that too. But shameless plug. Yeah. But just reaching out to the different industries involved, like I'm saying, that are out there, involved with our people. What's next? What do you see within the next year?
So, I'll say for me, because I got to do my shameless plug. Right, we just started a nonprofit organization.
Okay.
That is in alignment with Black Book, right? And it's called Black Book Empowerment.
Okay.
And I'm the executive director and president of that organization.
Okay.
So with that, we have the relationship with Black Book Houston. So we want to keep that ecosystem alive, make sure that we're pouring into Black Book Houston and the businesses that are on Black Book Houston's platform. And by building that bond with Black Book Houston and the relationships with the businesses on there, we have like 4 things that we want to do, which is a manifest program, which is mentoring our youth to engage them, give them internship opportunities, scholarship opportunities, and put them in position to whatever it is that you want to succeed, let them know that they could be able to succeed in doing that. So whether you want to go to college for whatever field or industry or profession that you want to become, we'll align you with those mentors that can help and assist you with doing that. So if you want to get into the personal training world, we have people like yourself, Ken, Level 1. You know what I mean? If you want to get into engineering, we have engineering firms that's on our Black Book platform.
Okay.
If you want to get into the restaurant industry or you want to become a chef, we have those as well. So we want to do that with the Manifest program.
Okay.
And like I said, we also want to offer scholarships through that. So whether you're pursuing a major of medicine, engineering, construction, or law, we want to make sure that we can help alleviate some of the cost in going to school for those different industries. We know everybody's not ready to go to college or may not go to college, so we also want to partner with different trades. So we have some partnerships
like vocational schools,
with some
like
vocational schools, so
okay.
like barber colleges, hairstylists, welders, HVAC, that kind of stuff.
But it's also providing that information
Absolutely.
out there that there's other things that okay.
Yeah, so we do have that Manifest program. We also creating an Access to Capital program. So we're partnering with different financial institutions and banks who are offering services to help get these startups and, people who've been in businesses for a while, that access to capital. We actually have an event that's coming up next week. It's called Urban Connect.
I seen that. Okay.
So yeah, we'll have somebody from Unity Bank coming to speak. We'll also have underwriters in the building. So if you're actually looking for that access to capital, we're going to put on more events like that as well, that you can come,
literacy,
talk to underwriters, talk to bankers, talk to credit repair specialists, talk to business consultants. John Austin from Austin Business Strategies, he'll be there too. He'll be telling, business owners and startups how they can take advantage of procurement opportunities and position yourself to get contracts, not just with the government, but just procurement in general. Because we also understand that as a culture, a lot of times there's information that we don't normally have access to. So we're going to provide that information for you to position you, whether you are existing business or somebody who's thinking about becoming a business owner. We want to position you with the resources and the knowledge so that you could be successful, sustainable, and scalable. Another thing that we want to do with our nonprofit is, what did I say? Manifest, Access to Capital program. What am I missing? I'm missing something. I feel like I'm missing something.
I mean, we got the community events, of course, the turkey drive and all
I
that.
kind of talked about it. Yeah, the urban connect, those educational workshops and resources. So yeah, the educational workshops and resources, the manifest program that's mentoring our youth, the scholarships, and the access to capital program is actually like just getting that funding for those businesses. And then, like my wife said, other community engagement opportunities where we're giving back through our turkey drives, our volunteering events, such as volunteering at the freaking thing downtown,
The Beacon.
the Beacon. Yeah. So like during Christmas, all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So yeah. And we just want to do a lot, give back to the community, and then I'll let her talk about how we plan to elevate Black Book even further on that side.
So, this is a big project. But our next focus is to do tours.
Okay.
And to make sure our app is up and running efficiently. Like, those are the two things we want to focus on. And in doing that, we want to be able to take this thing on the road. So, like, we recently visited Austin.
Okay.
So we kind of just want to, do like
a tour in the sense of being able to further expose other Black businesses in other cities.
No.
Okay.
So tour as in tours here in Houston.
Oh, okay.
So Black-owned businesses here around Houston. Gotcha. But also still like a tour, I guess you can say, but it wouldn't be like it would just be like 1 month we say, you know what, we going to Dallas. We're just gonna go in Dallas and we just gonna visit as many Black-owned businesses as we can and just, promote for them as well. But eventually we want to duplicate what we have here in Houston into 10 other major cities. Now, I'm not sure how long that's going to take. It's going to require us to really build strong teams and networks in those cities. And so, like right now, we are accessible in Dallas, Atlanta, New Orleans, and DMV.
Okay.
And Houston, of course. But those other areas don't have like a hub like how Black Book Houston does. So we'll have other chapters. Because it's Black Book, and then you have chapters.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be other chapters. Yeah. So but yeah, we'll have other chapters. People will be able to.
You said shout out what?
Delta Sigma Theta.
Oh, okay. I thought you said that.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I love the Reds.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay. So.
How you give me that look? Don't tell me you're AKA.
No, she's
okay.
Delta.
Oh,
I said I love the Reds.
Oh, I mean,
no,
could have been your
AKA
sister or your mama or something.
Do I look like I got left off Bad and Bougie? No.
Shout outs to the AKAs and the Zetas.
Shout out to the Alphas.
Yeah.
No. I lost my train of thought. But yes, tours in the city of Houston. Houston is a tourist attraction. We want to hone in on that. So the people that's coming in to visit Houston, we want to show y'all where to go. We're going to plug y'all. Make sure y'all know where y'all go. Y'all come, hop on our party bus, basically.
Nice.
And we're going to, it's not like a party bus. But come hop on it on our tour bus. We're going to take you around the city, have different partnerships with different Black-owned businesses. Cause it's not just restaurants. And basically, we're going to give you the Sunday Funday experience. Not the one y'all see on TikTok, but one that you can enjoy that's Black-owned. And it'll be a vibe. So that's what we're looking for as our next project. Like we've already
just be Sunday Funday. It'll be like
exposure.
Exposure.
So it'll be like it'll be like wind down something. Like you come, you could do an elevated tour where it's like everything is luxury and upscale. So it's like you come have dinner. We take you to do wine tasting. Then
kind of also give you the option, like if you want to.
So
okay, exactly.
Like so you can be bougie or you can be ratchet. It's up to you.
There's levels to
tiers. So but that's one of the things we want to do is hone in on Houston being a tourist attraction. We've already locked in the event of the year. So it's like, okay, we got that on lock. We know every December, first weekend, pretty much in December, we'll be having the All Black Affair gala, however you want to say that. And then, we just want to keep expanding. The goal is always to make sure people can support and find Black-owned businesses. So whatever that looks like, we'll keep adding on to Black Book and make sure people that, we have the avenues for people to do that.
Are y'all open to like partnering or at least collabing with other businesses or other networks of some sort or entities to be able to also produce other events as well?
We already do.
Okay.
Yeah. So people reach out to us all the time. What kind of collaboration event we got coming up? I mean, you know what? It just depends too, cause like I don't like the word collaborate, cause collaborate to a lot of people mean let me make some money off y'all. And
Yes,
okay,
that's
so,
not what I meant, but yeah,
no, I know,
no, yeah,
but
definitely. That's definitely how people see that for sure.
Right, because we actually,
it just has to make sense.
Make it make
and,
sense.
and sometimes it do make sense, but people be playing themselves, because like we just collaborated with an event and we were supposed to get paid, which I ain't tripping, because I already know what it be. You can't really play me, you gonna play yourself. But we just collaborated with an event and they was like, oh yeah, help us get the vendors and we're gonna pay y'all, blah blah blah. Got all the vendors. I don't know where the money is. I haven't heard from them. So, but it's okay because they got to come back. And then it's like, well, how you going to get vendors? Because, you know, people come to us because they're not from here. You know what I'm saying? So, but I just had a young lady reach out to me. I'm going to plug her event. I like what she doing. It's called Pretty Girl. See, I don't even know the event. It's on our page, Pretty Girl something. But it's about entrepreneurs and they giving away $5,000 for a pitch competition. So they asked us, can we, you know, work together? And for stuff like that, especially if it's something that's benefiting the community, I'm for it. We ain't charging you. We trying to make sure people get that information. But if it's something that you about to profit off of, all I'm saying is make sure you pour into the cup a little bit before you ask us to pour out of it.
Yep.
So we don't mind collaborating. You know, let's make sure everybody can walk away with something. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It don't necessarily have to be monetary all the time, but it needs to be beneficial to both parties. Right. I don't go to people and ask them to do stuff for free, and I would appreciate it if people don't ask me to do stuff for free, because my baby is in school and I gotta pay for all these projects and stuff we gotta do. They raising money, fundraising. I just we got stuff to pay for. We gotta eat, and this is how we eat.
Yeah,
so
that's facts. You mentioned the nonprofit, right, and the different aspects on that. Biggest thing that I heard was just, outside of what exactly it is, just the amount of connections that you have in regards to relationships that you've built, right? As an entrepreneur, right, as a business personnel of any sort, building relationships is always kind of, it's not easy for a lot of people, right? For me, I always say you have to have the gift of gab. I don't.
He got it.
I don't.
He got it.
But it's almost like, so he may say he don't, but it's a way that he probably approaches it that's not common to the next, right? Like, I get anxiety. My hands start sweating and whatnot. But then if I'm put to the test, like if I gotta do it, I gotta do it. You know what I mean?
You want to tell you my secret?
Go ahead.
My secret is simple. I used to be super shy, and I'm still shy. I used to get super nervous, but I started challenging myself. When I walk in a room, I'm gonna meet 3 new people. I don't care who it is. I'm gonna just meet 3 new people. I'm gonna just go talk to somebody.
That was my dare when I first
I'm just gonna go sit in the corner and have my drink.
So when I first
and
got
I wish
here,
y'all wouldn't come talk to me because I don't want to talk to nobody.
So that's me.
And it's like, I'm not gonna force it. I'm gonna
I don't force it either. I'm just gonna sit. I go sit to myself.
Thank
Please leave me alone.
And I just give myself like a challenge. All right, the first person that smiled at me, I'm gonna go talk to him.
I am such an introvert. I just like
first person to give me a compliment, I'm gonna go talk to him.
Do people think that you being an introvert like that? They'll assume like you mean and all that.
All the time. Yeah. People call him all the time. Your wife is mean. I don't understand.
My best friend explained it to me and it made sense. He was like, people get so accustomed to hanging around me that when they get ready, before they even meet her, they expect her to be me. You know, so but when they meet her and it's the total opposite, they automatically assume like, oh, she don't like me, or
I've literally had people come to my house and they will tell him like, oh, your wife is mean. I don't think she likes me. And it don't be that most of the time. And I just like I've literally had somebody, they were staying with us. I said, hey, look, I say, if I don't come out my room and talk to you, nothing is wrong. Like, you're good.
Full disclaimer.
Like I gave them a whole disclaimer. I was like, you're good. There's nothing wrong. I don't dislike you. I'm just letting you know. I mean, I gave a whole like paragraph full of disclaimers. Next thing I know, she don't talk to me, and she don't come out her room, and I'm just like, I told you, this is where I'm like, he be at home in there doing whatever he be doing, and I be in my room, in my bed,
Sanctuary.
minding my business.
Yeah.
I don't the house be burning down. I just be chilling. I be like, oh well, we'll get it tomorrow. But I like to be to myself. It's not that I don't like people. I just feel comfortable. I feel like I'm in my zone when I just be to myself. Like, it has nothing to do with anybody else, me not liking them. I don't know, like, me talking to people, I don't like looking people in their eyes. It's weird. I just want to chill. Like, but when people start talking to me and I warm up, I'll be like, oh, yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah. But to just walk up to somebody and start talking to them, that's super weird as hell, and I'm not.
It's not weird, though.
No, it's not weird for you.
It's not weird, though. So, like, shout out to my mentor, Brandon McGusty.
And I'm not calling people weird. I'm saying it's weird for me to do.
But Brandon gave me a book before, I think it was my senior year. Yeah, it was my senior year in high school, getting ready to go to college. And he was like, before you go to college, you need to read this book. And the book was How to Win Friends and Influence People. And that book taught me, like, how important relationships are, right? Because, like, even going into college, like, I just had this mindset of, like, if I make the professor my friend ain't gonna fail me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I was always going to my professor's office hours and all that kind of stuff. And I was, like, terrified to, like, even talk to them or like, everything. But over the years, it just built up my confidence to where it's like,
but what if they did
I seen Obama walking across the street right now. I'm going to go walk up to him. Fuck Secret Service. Fuck all that. I'm walking up to him.
That's
because
Obama.
I've realized, no, people would be terrified. But I've realized that they breathe the same air that we breathe. Like, everybody's the same person.
Yeah.
And a lot of times we get in our own heads about what a person is thinking. It's like, they not even thinking about you to that magnitude. So it's like, you just go.
Like you.
Go do it.
But I told you, I'm in my zone, in my comfort zone of, I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah,
and I stay there.
But success is right outside your comfort zone.
And that's what I have you for. See, everybody know their position. I wouldn't expect you to go build a website. I wouldn't expect you to go and create, I don't know, graphics and all that stuff.
Yeah, you wasn't expecting me to film either because you used to film, right? And I stepped out there and said, look, I'm going to go do this.
But I'm also not expecting you to bake a cake.
But I can if I need to.
Can you, though?
Yeah, I got the recipes. I ain't saying it's going to come out as good as you.
We both know it's not. We both know it's not. Everybody got to play their part.
No, for sure.
So my part is in the corner, minding my own business. And if I'm forced to, it's not like I'm going to go somewhere and, like, throw off the vibe and then I'm chilling.
Yeah.
So if people come up to me and talk, then I force myself to have, communication with them. And then it's like, all right, in my head, I'm like, okay, what should I say next? What do I do next? How do I keep the conversation going? How do I not sound like I'm a robot? Like, I don't.
I feel that. And that takes a lot of energy as well, too, because it's like, dang.
And I'm telling you, like, I'm real big on, if it say that it's from 6 to 9, I will, depending on what type of event it is, I will show up at 8 and be gone by 9. Like, I'm coming to just show my face, so I'm supporting you and what you got going on.
Why we got here late?
No, that's not why we got. We had to go to Crosby. Speaking of, we got to figure out how we gonna get the baby and our son from school. So I think we got to figure that one out. I don't know. I think you got to get him first, then get her.
That's cool.
If it's cool with the babysitter. If not, you got to drop me off to my vehicle and you got to go get somebody.
Life of an entrepreneur.
Life of an entrepreneur. Life of an entrepreneur. So, biggest thing with Black Book Houston, we talked about partnerships. We talked about what's up and coming, what y'all got going on. Where can they find you at? And go ahead and give them, like, your handle as far as being able to reach out to you, promote their businesses, be able to get more information on some of the financial literacy that's coming about, the other events that you all have coming up, things of that nature. Where can they find you?
So on every social media, we are Black Book Houston. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, Twitter, whatever. We on it. And our website is www.blackbookhouston.com. All of our events are listed on our website. It's on the homepage. We typically list it at the top. You can click the events tab and see everything that we have coming up. We do have the All Black Affair Gala coming up December the 7th. If you haven't gotten your ticket, I suggest you hurry because people been buying tables like hotcakes. So, also, we do have an app. It's called the Official Black Book app. You can download that in the Apple App Store. We don't have no hate on Android. We just got what we can afford right now, okay? So apps are expensive. Android app coming soon. If you want to see it come sooner, you can click the donate button on our website and help us get there. It. So, yeah. Anything
Can I do something?
What?
I want to do something special. What? Can I do something special?
I guess. What you got?
All right.
I'm scared.
Don't kill me.
Oh, God.
All right. So for the All Black Affair Gala, I'm gonna do a discount code. Look, she like 10% off. 10% off for the first what? What should we do? 10 people? We can do 10. 10% off for 10 tickets. Discount code Muscle Hustle.
Don't say I never gave y'all nothing.
Yeah.
See? You see how we treat y'all? Discount code. Don't say nothing was ever given to y'all. Real talk. We got her over here.
Kill me.
Yes. We got her over here like, why? But no, you gotta be a couple to go to the gala?
No.
You can go single by yourself?
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. All right.
There's a whole bunch of single people over there mingling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look, I appreciate y'all for coming. I thank y'all. This ain't gonna be the last time I'm gonna see y'all on this platform because we got a lot of work to do. Y'all stuck with me. Y'all just don't know that. Y'all should have never said that y'all was open to do anything with partners. So, yes, it's been real, you guys. Again, make sure to subscribe at the Muscle Hustle Podcast on all social media platforms. Subscribe. What is it? Like, share, subscribe?
Yeah, like, share, subscribe.
Yeah, You're going to see those little buttons that we're going to plug up after this episode. Yeah. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe at the Muscle Hustle Podcast. Also, if you're looking for merch, you already know the vibes. www.themusclehustlepodcast.com. Y'all asking, it's there. Let's get it. I'm your girl Cokes. I appreciate y'all once again for coming out, and we out.